Saint-Étienne lighting up. Scotland's football team played a crucial qualifying match for the 1998 World Cup at that stadium, believe it or not, against Morocco, and they won 3-0. There's a bit of nonsense for you. I'll tell you what is interesting, though. Frank Hadden and Pierre Berbizier, you really couldn't get two more different coaches at this World Cup. Frank Hadden was actually offered a football contract with Wraith Rovers when he was much younger and was a fly half, but he didn't play a lot of rugby at any high level. He was a teacher and then coached Edinburgh and sort of took it from there. And Pierre Berbizier is one of the all-time greats of French rugby, so I don't know whether that'll have a bearing on the game, but it just gives you an idea of where the coaches come from at this World Cup, all sorts of places.
Yeah, it's raining there, as you can see at the stadium, and the Scots will be used to that. They know a good downpour when they see one, and well, the colour of the supporters in the crowd, the Jimmies with the red hair, and I think he's got the red beard to match it, that bloke. And the nerves, I guess, you know, filtering through the players as they know this could be their last match of the Rugby World Cup in 2007.
Again, similar to the Wales-Fiji match, one of these teams will be packing their bags and heading home after the game. The other will need to regroup, regather, and prepare for next week, the quarterfinals.
Alessandro Troncon, an important player for the Italians, Rupert. His 101st test, captaining the side in the absence of Marco Bortolami, who was injured. That was a pretty big story for the Italians leading up to this game.
Yeah, I spoke to the Italian media manager this morning, and I said, oh, it is disappointing to lose Bortolami. And, well, he expressed a lot of confidence in the second rowers, Del Fava and Delape. I think he was disappointed, though, and the Scots lose Scott Murray as well.
We've got a very proud record in this competition, and we are just so desperate to do something special for all our supporters. So many people have come down here. I think the players will be very emotional, and they'll play with the usual big heart, but they need to have a very clear head tonight, and it's going to be a tense affair, I imagine, but we are determined to make it worthwhile for our fans.
Definite references have been made to the game at Murrayfield earlier this year. Has this had an impact at all on the squad?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's putting it straight out
there. That's all you need to say.
Nothing to worry about that 31-17 result at Murrayfield when the Italians got home. And something there when he mentioned emotion, I thought, get ready for these anthems as well. Flower of Scotland, and of course the Italians, who just seem to have passion on tap.
Well, let's hope it's not as embarrassing for Scotland as their football loss to Morocco here.
I thought Frank summed up what big match, or dealing with big match rugby is all about, and that is playing with a big heart but a clear head. Great words of advice.
Chris Patterson there. Experience will be vital. In matches, as we saw before with the Fijians and the Welsh, that go down to the wire, Moses Raaloon, he just had the cool head out there for the Fijians.
Well, Patterson copped a massive hit in the game against New Zealand, had to come off, and was in doubt for this game. And when he does come back, he's not at fly half, he's on the wing.
Yeah, very versatile is Chris Patterson, and the Italians, a lot of them are born outside of Italy. There's a few Argentinians, a couple of South Africans, a couple of New Zealanders, but tonight it will be Italy first and foremost, and Pierre Berbizier's last Rugby World Cup with that side.
And he's not the only connection to France, is he? Because a lot of these guys play in France, and there's certainly a lot of French style been imposed on Italian rugby.
Well, they're definitely capable of playing like the French when they get the time and space with the ball that they want. And I know the Scottish, let's have a listen to
quite high, you know, like for this kind of match is always like that. So we must transform this feeling on the pitch and see if we are able to play our best rugby today, and see then at the end of the match who will win.
Now, how much do you think you're going to miss the influence of Marco Bortolami?
Marco is our captain, is a big player for us, but we train hard, we train very well the whole week. We have good quality players, and I think we can well perform today too.
And Ramiro Pérez is back in at 10. Is this a crucial decision or a crucial position for this game?
Number 10 is always a crucial position, and number 10 touches almost most of the balls of the game. So it depends a lot on the way he plays. Not only Ramiro, but every number 10. If Ramiro will play his standard, I think we will have many chances to win.
And if you're wondering why the media manager's doing the speaking. These pre-match interviews are meant to be in English, so if the coach isn't prepared to do the interview in English, they'll interview the media manager. We'll be back after this. So the Italians await the Scots and the crowd tries to dodge the rain. Scotland, curiously, the only team at this World Cup at the moment not to have attempted a penalty kick yet. And they've actually converted all of their 14 tries. Here they come. Incidentally, neither of these teams is very sure at all who they'll be playing in the quarterfinals if they get through. So you can safely say they're 100% focused on this game because Argentina, France and Ireland are still trying to sort each other out in Pool D. It'll be Argentina or France. Ireland can only finish second if they get the right result against Argentina, but that is something of a mystery still at this World Cup. But of course, it wouldn't matter if they knew who they were playing. This is the focal point at this World Cup for these two sides right now, and what a great atmosphere it is. Ripper McCall and Ben Tune to call the match for you.
So the traditional build-up for these Rugby World Cup matches in 2007, both sides stand shoulder to shoulder, walk and then jog out onto the stadium where it's raining at Saint-Étienne. The Scots will have plenty of support, and so will the Italians. Of course, it's not far to come to the green fields of France for the supporters of either side. And I'm looking forward to the national anthems in this match, Junie.
Well, two fantastic national anthems and two very proud and passionate nations that will be singing them. The key for the Italians will be, can they translate that passion after the anthems into the match?
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be accepted for the national anthems of Italy and Scotland, recorded by the Republic of Ireland and the French Army Choir.
the brave hearts of the brave Scots, and a few extras from that movie there as well. Tonight, they play lead roles for the Scots up against the Italians, who upset them in the Six Nations earlier this year.
Well, which of these two teams is going to play these conditions the best? That will determine who ends up victorious this evening. These are testing conditions. It's a type of rugby where you don't want to play any of the game inside your own half. So unfortunately for some viewers, kicking is going to be, we're going to see a fair bit of kicking. And I reckon Bill Woods mentioned that Scotland are the only team that haven't attempted a penalty goal during this World Cup. Well, I could bet my house on the fact that will change this evening.
Left, right.
So Jonathan Kaplan will officiate Saint-Étienne this evening. Big kickers for the Scots, Chris Patterson. And for the Italians, Ramiro Pez, and the big left boot of their fullback, David Bortolucci. Studs Jeffrey Guichard. This game will determine who joins New Zealand in the quarterfinals from Pool C. And the Australian-born Dan Parks sets the stadium alight. Samara Bergamasco took it well for the Italians, but he was met by a wall of Scotland.
Yeah, perfect start for the Scottish. Great chase off the kickoff. Good aggressive tackle. They end up with a scrum deep inside the Italian quarter. Let's see what they can make of it.
So a massive opportunity early here for Scotland the Brave, as the band sounds in the background. The ball is out. It's at the back now for Blair. It's Messi. Advantage to Scotland and a penalty.
Sides.
It was very messy ball in the end. They finish up with a penalty, and I would think, there you go, there's Bill Woods' record broken with this within the first minute of the game.
Good fit.
I'm assuming that's for the Italian player at the back there being in an offside position and interfering with the ball.
So another wonderful atmosphere accompanies this cutthroat Rugby World Cup clash. The Wallabies earlier disposing of the Canadians, as brave as the Canucks were, and then all the drama of the circus. Fiji knocking the Welsh out of the Rugby World Cup and sending them back to Cardiff. Chris Patterson. 591 points for the Scots. Make it 594. 3-0 Scotland. The Scots, you can hear the bagpipes already, and kicking will play such an important role in this match, not just in general play, but with penalties as well.
Absolutely. This restart now for the Scottish, imperative they take this cleanly, they set it up, and then get the ball back outside of their half. Gee, good kick chase there from the Italians, and again, plenty of pressure piled on the Scottish.
Well, it was great work. From the restart, it was good work from the Scots, but the Italians, as they like to do, making pests of themselves.
Well, that's an absolute carbon copy of the kickoff. The Scottish did the exact same thing to the Italians. The Italians now returning the favour.
So already some symmetry in the opening moments of this match. 3 minutes gone, and Alessandro Tronkin in his 101st Test match for his country allows Serge Pavise to take it away.
Hold there, keep it there.
The Italians contemplate an early mission, an early raid on the Scots line. The pick and the drive from Del Fava and Bergamasco right behind him. Now the ball out wide, it bounces back. It's Josh Soul cleaning things up. This time the Scots send it downfield and give chase. The Italians caught unawares. Bergamasco, as brave as he always is, cleans things up. relies on his strength. He's in a spot of bother there. Here it comes for the Scots. And a penalty instead.
Well, again, another great chase from the Scottish.
7 fell the wrong way.